What's up, Alex? Hey, Amy. All right. I'm in two spots, so we're going to see how that works. I'm tired. I'm so tired. What is it? Oh, yeah. That's funny. Um, that's what you get. What it feels like. There's just forever way too many beeps on my phones. Um, I don't even know. Hey, Taylor. Well, it feels like the road to heaven, but it feels like the road to hell. It's like I feel like singing, but I don't feel like singing. Because life is a highway. I feel goofy. All right. Okay. I think methinks that I shall not worry about any of that. And I'm just going to play this stupid Injustice and let my butt get kicked by Aquaman some more, apparently. So if you're here, you're here. If you're not, you're not. And that goes for you too, because I'm tired. Oh, the YouTube is YouTube. I mean, it's funny. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Um. Where? There. Who sat on this? They will be sadly awakened with the answer to that. What's up, colorful Kent? It's good to see you. I know the lighting's bad. It makes it weird. But anyway, howdy. You doing good? Oh, but you know what? I can move that closer too. Sorry. No matter what, I'm gonna be yellow, as opposed to anyway. How you doing? You know, it's that season. It's so that season. Today was a horrible, horrible, horrible day. But I literally came home from work, took a very nice shower, and then found the most stupid, ridiculous music to play really loud and dance around as much as I could. I did a shower live, by the way, and God, it did. But don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. It is what it is, because I still managed to find some happiness and joy until I decided to spread it, and they decided that wasn't good for them. So, but I'm good. I'm just sleepy now. How was you? You're but okay. Did it rain where you are? I gotta stop singing that. I keep singing um, "Freedom" by George Michael. Like I can't stop singing it for some reason. Maybe it's maybe it's I always do that. Maybe it's a subliminal for myself. It was storming here last night. I actually that's what made it bad for me. Um, one of our tents, one of our tent city areas, uh, got a little flooded, and I helped out, and it was just ugly. It was with one person, well, two people, and they just people can be very, very harsh and ungrateful, but for some odd reason, I get the still gotta love them. I'm doing. Oh, Zach. Hi, Elizabeth. Yes, I got my TikTok back. Um, I'm doing good, Zach. How are you doing? I don't know. It's like that. I think it's a lot in a lot of areas what's going on. Because my sister's work was horrible too, and she's the owner of her business. So, um, yeah, it's the season. It's been like that for a while, you know that. But I say this is the true test, because you know how um here I'm actually this is my live. I can say what I want. If anybody wants to come on and discuss this, feel free to, because I think it's interesting, an interesting thought. So 9/11 happened. And when that happened, um, it had been a long time before. You always need a haircut, Zach. Zach, I love you though. Um, when that happened, America had seen for the first time in a long time that there was a way to unite and stand together, and that was just a taste. But of course, unfortunately, that had to be faced with a enemy that was on foreign soil, a foreign land, and so, but that brought the commonality together of who we are and what we stand for. But then it broke, and then the pandemic happened, which of course made us reflect on who we are and who we were personally and family in smaller groups, and how those smaller groups could form a bond together and work on things together. Then on our own soil, we found a common enemy that was uncommon, and that was each other. And so when that happened, there was the division that was already there, but it was starting to be seen for what it truly was and what was really happening. A lot of people opened their eyes and saw what was going on, um, and they didn't have their safe. Ooh, sorry, they didn't have their safe places to go to. So churches, mosques, um, everything else, because you didn't know who to trust. But then they were showing who they were right there in front of everybody. Um, and now we see we see the dog for what it is, and everybody does. And I think a lot of people did the right thing, by people of color and everybody else taking a step back and saying, we've told you life was like this for a long time, and we've tried to convince you to stand tall together. You wanted to stand separate, and now you're feeling everything for yourself also. And um and you're saying, you have to help us. No, here's the deal. You go handle that situation that you perpetuated, you built, you fed into, that we warned you about. So you handle that, and you do that frontline surveil where you're going to take the brunt of what you did, take ownership of it. We will be behind you, propping you up, but do not expect us to be in that front line anymore because we're tired. And now, even the worst of the worst is seeing it, and they know what's happening, and it's not stopping. So, I think what's happening overall, um, it's not a shift in racism. It's not a shift in government. It's not a shift in theology, um, or spirituality. It's a shift in humanity, and I'm still not sure how it's going to end out or pan out. It because when you when you take away the power of one part of society, no matter how fragile, frail, or imaginary it is, someone else is going to pick it up and believe that they have that power. It's all like the magic conch. Um, and so now it's the others. I get in trouble a lot by saying certain things, so I got to be careful. It's the others that it's the invisible now. The invisible that don't have a voice. They are now taking ownership of what the MAGA has dropped now. And they are becoming very horrible people. And no, you can't. I'm sorry. I love you, Colorful Kent. But you got to be careful with certain things you say to me because I will break out into the fiercest here. Um, but yeah, I'm no. I mean, no, he didn't. And every everybody knows it. I mean, I laughed with a friend of mine saying, I never thought that I would be a conspiracy theorist. And he said, and then he's like, so you really thought that the government did this, and or whatever he would say, he said, but I know what my comment was. How would it be a conspiracy theory if it's truth? The, the people tell the truth on themselves on a regular basis. All you got to do is listen. Um, I mean, I'll be honest. That's how. Oh no 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 no! No, I'm sorry, Kent. Hopefully you didn't leave. You didn't upset me that way. Mm-mm. You didn't upset me. That wasn't a hurt moment. That was, I don't thank you. See, um, I don't like to share because I don't ever think that I'm heard. Um, and so in those moments like that, when you said let it unload, um, that literally just gave me like that permission, that allowance to be able to express my pain. And I thank you for that. So no, that was, that was a good thing. So anyway, um, yeah. So um, people that are less fortunate, some depending on who they are, of our new neighbors, immigrants, and everyone else that have come through. Thank you. Um, they there's a new feeling of entitlement that has reached our society and our community, and this one is uglier because they really don't care. You can hand them a silver platter full of golden doubloons, ducats, whatever, and then they will still spit in your face if you do something kind for them. Um, it's just stupid. I've being a first responder, being a second responder, it's like the most horrible feelings on earth because you don't know why you're helping, but you feel that it's what you're called to do, like what is right and everything else. You don't want accolades. You want to see that group, that person, that community, whatever it is. You want to see them thrive and succeed, not your name and lights or anything else. And so, if you're putting so much of yourself into that, how can people not see you? How can they not appreciate or respect you? I know there's been times when I've been hard on my luck, and just a simple smile would help me because that would make me remember and make me see. You give everything. Perfect example. A couple of years back, during the pandemic, my mom passed away. Um, and the day that she died, we got the phone call. I was going over to church, over to my pantry in the church, to make a video about it. Um, and it was clear that I had been crying. I still had tear stains on my face from the first cry, and so it's like the third cry that I had. And I'm going across the street. Some of my clients see me, and they're like, "Oh, are you okay? What's going on, JP?" And I'm like, "My mom died, and I'm trying to work through it, and it's kind of hard." One of them, one of them said to me, "Dude, you're ridiculous. I don't have money to go buy cigarettes, and I need my coffee right now. And you don't see me complaining." What do you? Oh, okay. You're right. I'm sorry. Now, granted, I preach that no one's problem or situation is greater than the next person's, because it's up to you on how you face it, jump into it, and rectify or make it better or make it worse. And so therefore, I don't know why he is upset because he can't buy cigarettes or coffee. Do I know why he needs it? Yes, because he's a crazy drug addict. But I'm not going to be mad about it because that's his life. That's his love. Okay. But I am still here. And if I'm doing for you, the most you can do is empathy goes a long way. And that's what our current fight is, if you ask me. Thank you, Zach. Our current fight is to rem- we were reminded what unity is. We were reminded what brotherhood and fraternity and sorority is, and community. Now it's more of um, community and empathy. I think that's our lesson that's supposed to be happening right now. I, it's funny. I think I'm a smart person. I say I'm a smart person. I never understood apathy at all. I mean, I get, and what's helped me realize my nephew, I love him to death. Um, but he is a little um, what? How do I say that? He's a little bit of a sociopath. I mean, but it's okay. He doesn't care what others think or anything else, and so he doesn't really care how they feel about whatever. Um, and so, but he's not the abusive user type. But it's just one of those things, and I can imagine not caring for something or about, I don't know. Yeah, but it's how could you? I don't know. As a kid, I used to always say, "I'm not human, so I don't have to like any of y'all." I still kind of feel that way, but thank you, Zach. So yeah, it's that's I will never stop helping people, but something's got to give. Something's got to give. I okay, then actually, can you go live? Because if you can go live, that is something I would really like to explore. Um, I won't ever stop. That's what's keeping me alive for some odd reason, and allowing the abuse. It's so stupid. But um, I the whole I can understand when somebody um. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. No problem. No problem. I the whole polar opposite of what it is from empathy to apathy. I understand the concept of it, but is a person apathetic because they don't care, they're too busy, or they were never shown how to see others, and respect their journey, story, whatever you want to. What is it that causes apathy? Because there has to be a cause, and the reason why I say that, we aren't okay. If you're gonna say that, that's going back to the whole wait, give me 1 second on this one. There was just one way. Okay. Um, that's going back to the whole theory of, I can't remember her name. But the little girl, I think she was German. She might have been American, but uh, I think the movie Bad Seed was based off of it. There was an actual little girl that loved and fed off of watching the agony and pain of others. And it was shown that she would be not just a sociopath, but a psychopath wanting to kill and hurt for the pleasure, mixed between wanting the pleasure of seeing that agony, that pain, but for the reason of not understanding it. And so that was the drive, was to seek answers. So where is it? Where does it lie? Is it, but if it's learned, where's she learning it from? Because you will, if you take a feral child out of that situation, that child is not going to purposefully go out and do any type of damage, do any type of harm. They are doing what they need to do to survive. That is the learned behavior in that situation. So how, and if that means attacking and killing somebody, that's what they're going to have to do. But a child in a simple situation, in a simple class home, be it single, broken, um, dysfunctional, whatever, you, how does anybody say they were born that way? It's, and it's not a flip of the coin. My oh oh that type of therapy, my friend, we're not even gonna go. We could have conversations because it's, and not comparing. I didn't call you computer. So thank you. Be quiet. Um, but yeah, it's a horrible thing to try to get and understand, in my opinion, because to me that's like, I don't know, because I was about to go with the whole um, uh, choice of self, and um, just on that note, I know I didn't choose that. I did. I was born who I am, the way I am, which is beautifully and remarkably made. And I'm not saying that as a Christian. I'm saying that as I'm beautiful and remarkably made. So, but then at the same time, I don't get why I care like that. Um, well, I could think of many theories, but meaning I wasn't loved enough, so therefore I find ways to love others without that acceptance because that's what I'm used to. Okay, that's possible, but I can tell you this: that response causes something different. That causes something totally different, and that's not pretty either. Um, but the needing to be loved, I can see how that could be. Hi, Patricia. I can see how that could be because I understood at an early age that no matter who you are, where you are, or what you're going through, a simple touch on the shoulder, a smile, even if you don't want it, is the most energetic, the most fulfilling and enriching moment that you can have. But we don't know how to accept that anymore. And we just instead choose to put a guard up and try to you take advantage, no other way to say it, of that compassion that that person is feeling because that's all they know. Is that's what's happened to them before. There's no one that's truly genuine. And so they're that feral child and they're reacting. So how does someone react, interact, or become? I don't know. There's so much. It's so, and Zach, okay, here's the thing with you. It does look like I attack people or I get mad at people. I don't. I don't. Zach, you can either, because I'm about to say something to you. Um, and it might not be good. I'll be nice about it. I have an appreciation for you because you jumped, granted, you were usually drunk. Um, you jumped into a position in a situation that you didn't care about anything with. And you know what I'm talking about. And it, I wish things had turned out differently. Um, but the fact that you stepped into a position of there's a care, there's a passion, and everything else in something beyond what I can control or understand, but I'm going to be in it and be a part of it. That's very respectable. Um, and that is empathy. That is there is something in the middle that I can't remember what it is right now, but so yeah, you've done many things to stand up and stand out um, in a city, township, county that on top of one you chose the other and you put them together and let it be public with one of the most public people. Yeah, you have some balls. Sorry, but it was cool. But oh, so okay, I'm dude. I remember. Can I say more? Because it still was the funniest thing to me that had ever happened. We're changing the subject a little. Um, are you serious? Okay, Zach and I grew up in a small area of St. Clair County, Illinois, and it's an area where um, any type of alternative lifestyle was not a place. That was not a place to let it super freely be known. Now, I've known I was bisexual, bisocial, by being whatever, since I was in kindergarten, actually preschool. Um, and nobody's ever given me trouble about it at all. I never had any problems in school or anything else. Um, and I worked in entertainment, um, television, everything else, and I'm loud and boisterous, and so a lot of people knew me. So I wasn't an invisible person at all. And here comes here comes this silly, goofy dude in one of my gigs. I was DJing at the time. He comes in, has on a cowboy hat, a plaid shirt, jeans that were way too tight for him, um, and cowboy boots in our little bitty town. And see, and that I had that. Well, we didn't discuss it. We didn't discuss anything, but they knew. But I did so. Well, I'm 54 and single, and so that's a whole nother topic because I gave up everything for spirituality. Well, religion towards spirituality, and then also because somebody that I'm talking about right now couldn't commit. But we're gonna go. We're gonna finish. Um, he I'm singing a song, and I think I said that I was singing for him, and I think it was "I'm Gonna Love You Forever and Ever, Amen" by Randy Travis, and I sung it, and he was he was very thrilled with my singing, so much that he runs up and says, "You're a beautiful man," and like literally in front of these hillbillies that we grew up with in an American Legion Hall, and gives me the biggest kiss. And I'm like, what just happened? Um, yeah, he's an idiot. Um, but everybody saw, everybody knew. It was no secret, whatever it was that was happening. Uh, but I don't think anybody took it as serious because, again, he was he was working through some issues with drinking at the time. He's a very successful, and I'm proud of him, serviceman now. So, but yeah, things could have been different. But yeah, I can. Why, if I may ask, why did it take you so long? Or because this one's we know, meaning when it's us and in us, we know. Or were you just not set up into a situation or an environment where it was comfortable at all? I'm sorry, I keep trying to go back. I'm on my phone with this one. And it's so funny how I might as well just switch it over. Um, I'm on YouTube with my laptop, so I don't know what's going on. Uh, Sorry, I'm just reading back. You know, mm, oh, yeah, I'm glad I did go back. Um, I I feel like I'm new, um, because I want to respond with that whole throwing my pom poms up and like, yeah, you. Um, but that's what I want to do. But then it's like in my heart, I'm like, I'm proud of you. But I can't be super proud of you. Why can't I? Because you're you. I'm just proud of you in general. I'm not proud that you. I don't know. It sounds rude, but it's not. Um, if anything, it makes me feel sorry for other people because they can't live in the truth that they want to live in, and you're stepping out and showing them out. So I guess that is a pom pom moment saying, "Yeah, you." Um, but I, you're a better human than some people. That's how I see it. Because, like I said, in order to understand someone else's truth, you have to know your own truth. So get in it, and anybody that has a problem with it, tell them to go with their God and kick rocks or mountains and see if they move. But um, so I was wondering. I was never sure, and I didn't want to ask. Um, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm really just reading back. Okay. Well, I'm glad you had a good pastoral person that was able to sit with you and um, get you through that adjustment. Now, granted, like I said, I feel like I'm new, so I can't begin to say that I understand body dysmorphia. I can't even say it right. Um, I, I can't understand any of that. And I'm that idiot that asks those questions because I know a few beautiful people that have journeyed that journeyed into that beautiful light, and I from the very first question is, I understand that you feel uncomfortable when you look at yourself because you don't see yourself, but um, then it's like, so you get to. I don't want to get in trouble with TikTok. Just know that there isn't a question that I wouldn't ask. And I found out about, let's call them the exercise jaws of life that some have to go through. Threw me off. But my main thing was, how are the I'm still learning, really. I'll get there. But I don't understand. I don't understand how someone can turn their back on someone. You know, it might honestly, it might be a black thing. Um, I am black Colombian, but I don't see how I could ever, especially family, um, turn our back on someone or not see someone. Um, how do you do that? I just have no idea. Um, but then I have problems not forgiving other people. Um, so it's crazy. Uh, Thank you, Mr. Colin. What's up, dude? I'm sorry. Wait, I almost said say it again. Pigment flooded. I like that. That's good. Yeah, it's nice. Makes us warm. But okay. But yeah, I would actually, before I even ask or say anything else, I will start a DM chain with you on that. Because one, I don't want to sound ignorant. Um, by miss, because with this type of situation and the amount of respect that needs to be given, one word can hurt someone or allow someone else to think that it's okay. So I want to make sure that all of that is together and into place before I truly discuss anything. Kind of like with what you said, but you don't know, you know that I'm a cool dude because I am. And again, thank you. But uh, you didn't know that I was so triggering that, but in a funny way that I'll just cry. I'll be, and just, um, I can't say the word that I want to say that I am, but yeah, so I want to just be respectful. So, but I do want to start that chain with you. That would be really cool. Um, I'm gonna invite my buddy here in a minute, but I just I have been planning on playing freaking Injustice. You were distracting. No, I'm just joking. Um, Wait, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I've still got to find out. Dog, Colin, thank you. Um, I got to find out what I said that makes Zach say I'm sorry because I trust me. This. Oh, and okay. Apparently, I'm a cougar because I think I went to school with his mom, but I never realized that until later. Um, Sorry, hold on. Um, okay, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't even know what I just saw. My letters are I and T. I think I got that. We're really gonna start that. If you want, so that I won't forget, um, send me a message real quick saying we're going to talk, and I will remember because I'm an airhead. That's cool. Daddy was like a dad. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm reading Zach's now. Sorry. Oh, Zach. Okay. Well, oh, good grief. Thanks, Zach. Actually, that was kind of cool for you to just say and do because that's cool. That's cool. And definitely no need to be sorry for that. You're a dork. You're such a dork and an ass. But see now I gotta blow my nose. Got me all discombobulated. Uh, I am on Facebook. I'm old and single. Yes, I am on every social media. Well, I wasn't on Twitter or X for a while, but yeah. Um, and it's in my it's on my profile. Um, because I can't remember what it is right now. I don't know if it's Jon-Paul Grosser with a hyphen or the straight through, but yeah, it's there. I'm easily found. Just look. I really am that conceited. Just look for the beautiful person. It looks just like but with the mustache, of course, which I would love to grow back, but it can't happen. I want my hair back. I was kind of wondering about your Facebook exact, because you go through Facebook pages like, mm-mm, don't say that one, don't say that one. Um, there it is. You go through Facebook pages like you and your brother would through beers on a Saturday. That so yeah. You got a lot of Facebook pages. So yeah, I never know. That's why I would never know what to say on which one because I didn't know who was looking at what, and so I never wanted to get you in trouble. And I don't care. You have no secrets anymore. How's that suitcase doing, by the way? I need to get some water. I'll be back. Um, oh, I know. You don't think I watch you? I watch you, and I ask your mom about you when I need to. That's how I found out that we were in school together, and I needed libations as we talk about sobriety. Hi, Maria. Um, I really don't know anybody on YouTube anymore. Um, right? You used to jump for me, but that's a whole different type of. Bye. You have a good one. Thank you for joining the line. um, all right. Sweet. Thank you. And thank you. Thank you. Cool, cool. Okay. Whew. That was a little rough. Okay, I'm back. Um, no, I'm just gonna push through, and I have to be up early tomorrow, so I need to, get rest. Dang, that's true. Oh, that's right. I did do that. Um, it feels like the road to heaven. I need to get that song out of my head. Of mm, mm-mm. Sorry, hold on. No. Okay, that's what you get. I have no idea what that was. No. Oh, okay. Well, who's talking? And how is someone talking? Wait, okay. How? Where's my others? I mean, you are full out talking. Whoever you are, wherever you are. Hello? Hello? This is so freaking weird. Oh, okay. That's not coming from the computer, but oops. Oh. No, I don't want to do that. This one. How is that boy still like that? Excuse me. Whoa, sorry. um, yeah, I think I am. Oh wait, I'll play a couple of rounds first. Since there's literally not a soul here.